Speakers. One of okay. Are you getting feedback now? Oh. Okay. Are you getting feedback now? Comms. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
All right. So
I hear you.
yeah. So the issue was we had audio off of my Surface and it was getting caught in there. Okay. All right. So now back to. I just want this running in the background while we do this so that we can not suffer.
So this is the part where you're showing us how to install Ubuntu?
Yeah. And then we're going to put GVWA on top of it real quick.
Cool.
Yeah.
You might want to do just a minimal install, maybe, for fun.
Now they will get a desktop.
Oh, you look at a desktop. You need one.
Yeah, but apt is going to be severely limited. All right. And then in the meantime, I already pulled DVWA down. Where did I? Dang it.
Yeah, you're right. It took literally 30 seconds to sign up for the webcam. Nice and easy.
And 257, is that what they say for labs still? Was the other day when I checked them, but
Not seeing a direct toll-free number yet.
and the next time I give this presentation, I'll have built out the vulnerable web application into Debian so that it doesn't take for friggin' ever.
$264.
Cool. So I added a few more since the last time I checked.
This pie is delicious. All right, just real quick. Pie.
That's important. That's the real reason people come to my sec events is the pie.
Come to the dark side, yes, much.
Exactly.
I have a question about the last Ubuntu screen.
Mhm.
Does it really allow you to take music with you and have more fun with yourself?
I can neither confirm nor deny on that one. Though.
Do I own music? Do you?
The tool I was thinking of Metasploit.
So Metasploit is part of Metasploit framework, and there's multiple versions again of that. So Metasploit is there's Metasploit framework, there's Metasploit community, and then there's Metasploit Pro.
Is it a competing product?
No. So, so real quick, when I'm penetration testing against web applications, the only thing that's really a competing product to that is attack proxy or other web application penetration testing tools. Metasploit framework is a whole bunch of exploits built out in what are called modules. So Metasploit framework's power is that it's packed with Kali Linux, and when you update Kali Linux, you're actually also updating all of Metasploit framework's repository. Okay, so think of it as everybody's familiar with repositories, right? Source code lives in this, right? Metasploit framework has a whole slew of modules that are specific exploits built for specific vulnerabilities inside of the framework. So you can search through the framework, you can pick your payloads, you can pick your exploits, you can set up reverse shells, all the fun stuff, right? It is the Swiss Army knife of penetration testing. Most pen testers, and when I say pen testers, I'm talking about the ones that are doing more than just web application penetration testing. They're using everything. They're throwing the kitchen sink at it. They're attempting for vulnerabilities within Samba. They're detecting for vulnerabilities inside a linked local multicast name resolution. They're attacking the protocols themselves. They're not just going after the application, or the web application, excuse me. All right, so can't find the documentation. Where'd it go? Darn it. Am I blind? Probably. Launched in Edge. All right, PHP, MySQL, and Ah, crap. Forgot about that too. Lark. That's funny to me. Also worth pointing out, XAMPP, don't use it, please, for the love of God. It is ancient as all Hades at this point, and vulnerable 6 ways from Sunday.
I still find it in some clients.
I
Usually,
don't doubt it, unfortunately.
usually it's the IT team that's using it still.
Yeah, that's the
For
worst
their
part.
internet.
Mhm. God, that's awful. I feel for you, dude. That's awful. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab 8212. Yeah. Tell your friends about exam. Yeah, don't.
You just did.
Sorry, guys and gals. All right, and that download should have kicked off. Where is it? There it goes.
And now, word from our sponsors, thanks.
Yeah. And their chapter's going under. Yeah, this is why VulnHub has it built out, is because you have to pull all this ancient crap down to get it running. So to your point, you were asking about Metasploit framework. I mentioned that there's 3 different versions. There's Metasploit framework, there's Metasploit community, and then there's Metasploit Pro. Metasploit framework and community are obviously the free editions, but it's worth pointing out that community has more functionality than just Metasploit framework has. Metasploit community is basically the free edition of Pro, okay? Metasploit Pro, by contrast to Metasploit framework, is it's a point and shoot device, right? You find vulnerability in SMB, right? And you want to exploit it, you literally feed the vuln data into Metasploit Pro and it launches the kitchen sink at it. And it says, hey, I saw that you have vulnerabilities in SMB and you're running V2, right? V2C. So I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at it, and it picks out all the exploits against it. And what's worse is it even rolls the encoder on it. So it'll come at it multiple different ways. So very cool tool. It's designed to be a junior penetration tester is what they market it as and bill it as. It's made by Rapid7. Everybody's heard of Rapid7. They run Nexpose, right? You literally can pump data from Nexpose into Metasploit Pro and let it rock, okay? So by contrast, very, 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 very automated. Unlike Burpsuite Enterprise, though, the fidelity of the results you get out of Metasploit Pro is much greater just because you either have the vulnerability or you don't. Metasploit compared to Burpsuite, again, they're doing different things.
Different tools for different purposes, but like you said, like you alluded to, the CICD pipeline, the enterprise offering of Burpsuite would benefit hugely if you're a normal sized enterprise at this point, you're on a CICD pipeline.
Yep.
Consolidate that, or you can just it's not like you could just have it running as have Burpsuite running as a service essentially, and it's doing all that work on that.
Over on top of Rapid7, I believe they make Metasploitable too.
Yes.
You use it.
1, 2, and 3, believe it or not. So they're Rapid7 day. They also publish Metasploitable. So they give you targets to hit Metasploit, to use Metasploit framework against. So you've got all the different Metasploitable distros. It's also worth pointing out that's kind of the point of try hack me and hack the box as well. You've got a target-rich environment. Now, quick show of hands. Anybody heard of Parrot OS? It's a little bit less familiar, right? It's a competitor to Kali Linux. The call out there is that Parrot OS, I believe it's, keep me honest, if anybody remembers, Hack the Box has Parrot OS, has it embedded in it, I think, last time I checked my subscription.
I haven't used Hackbox yet, so.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I'm like 99.5% positive they still have it in there. There was a Parrot OS that was in it. You could either run an open VPN and pull down the client for you to run Kali Linux against that target, or you can run in their environment, spin up a Parrot OS instance so that you can run it directly and you don't have to configure open VPN or any other stuff, can get right to hacking against it. So
I think DBWA is built into Metasploit too.
That's actually a really good French toast. Why did I forget that? Yep, it is. That might be faster yet. Hold. I'm on their network, so they're pretty good. Excuse me. That's mean, Square.
Yes.
We're sorry,
Keep trying
folks.
to turn on different views.
Mhm. Ugh, I hate the stupid register wall. All right, take me off for just a second and I'll throw some junk data in here. Actually, where'd it go?
First name Esquire.
Yep, I like it. All right. And can you mute the demo box or no? Yeah.
Only by making it go away.
Can you get it off the, wait, you should be able to, there you go. Thank you, sir.
What's that?
I'll do, donkey, I'll do.
So the demo box has gone away. I can still see that you put in my information.
Say again?
The demo box, just because I made it go away,
Yeah,
doesn't mean I can't see that you're putting my information.
that's fine. You're okay to see it. I'm worried they have a activation code in here though.
That's getting rowdy out there.
Yep. Oh, the blanks. Sorry. Yeah, they do actually make you do a real email, which is obnoxious.
Can't use 10-minute email?
Say again?
Can't use 10-minute?
Yeah. They actually want a legitimate business one, which means they exclude all the. Take that, GRCC. Sorry. All right. Ah, crap. Okay, so there's actually scanning on the network. So great idea on grabbing Metasploitable too, though. Son of a biscuit. I wonder if we can override it. Heyo. All right. That's hilarious. So it's actually the Firefox browser itself that was targeting it, not the network scanning. So we're pulling that down instead. But well, that's coming. Let's check on, and Ubuntu's finished anyway. So Esquire, you can pop that back up on the screen. And
Yes, sir.
please.
Infinity.
Infinity.
Just in time for the reboot.
Yep. Come on, you can do it, VirtualBox.
Presenter.
Yeah. See, there we go. Can never remember what it is to switch it. I think it's been injected. There it goes. Yeah, I will. I was just making sure that it wasn't still mounted. And is that what you wanted, right? Oh, the delay is awful. I'm sorry, folks. All right, so Metasploitable did pull down, so I'm also going to, in the meantime, extract that out.
Well, now we can see your face and the top of your head.
Yeah, sorry about that. Fix that right there. There, fix that. All right. Oh, great, I'm hitting the touch screen. I forgot about that. And where did I just extract that to? It's creepy as heck because this has got a time delay of like a half a second. So I see it here and like, is it coming? Is it going? Did I not hit enter? Come on. It's about time to replace the old Surface, I think, sadly. For anybody that is a fan of the old Surface laptops, I actually found that Linux has got drivers for it, so you can actually convert the Surface laptops over to running full Linux when it gets end of life on. It says it does. I have some serious reservations on that one, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and say it says it supports it, so we'll find out.
It's kind of coming full circle because everybody has like the best Macs. The best Windows device is a Macs. And then the best Linux device would be a Windows
Yep. That's hilarious.
Surface.
All right, and awesome. So this one's gonna go much faster because all we have to do is mount the VMDK. Actually, mount it not.
Best Macs are now souped up phones, basically.
That's just being mean, but still true. Oh, sugar jets. Did I grab?
What'd you download?
I downloaded the one that has the VMDK in it is the problem.
Now you download the VMware one.
Yeah. Well, what's worse is they didn't have any option there. And of course, like a dummy, I closed the tab.
Control-Shift-T.
For, yeah, new tab, but it's not going to have authentication.
Control-Shift-T will reopen your closed tab.
There's no option for anything but the VMDK version.
I know VirtualBox can convert stuff.
Yeah,
Or you could just create a new VM and then
mount
just
that.
hard drive.
Yeah, I'll do
Perfect.
that.
There's a will, there's a way.
And that's good because apparently it pooped the bed here because it's not opening at all. Oh, for God's sakes, is it all locked up?
Go back up to the name and operating system and just make sure that You said probably Linux because isn't it exploitable? Isn't that Linux runs on Linux?
Metasploitable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll change it. Did I? I'll be darned. I had an old version, I'll bet you. Let me see if I can actually just mount the whole thing and recover it. No, I won't be able to do that.
I think we need to get some background music in here.
It's booting.
Yep.
So what do you do on a day-to-day basis for your organization?
I don't do anything technical anymore, thankfully. I actually do, anybody heard of Acrisure?
Yeah.
So I work for them doing security integrations. So they have bought a whole bunch of companies and we're trying to gracefully bring them in and put them online. So they don't pose a security risk to the rest of the organization.
So part of what the M&A to. That's-
It's fun.
It's a good team over there. You have a lot of good people.
They snagged a bunch of good people bluntly. All right, admin. There's it.
MSF admin.
Yeah, I can never remember MSF.
Right there.
Yeah, I know, it's right in front of me, thank you. I can never remember it, I'm like,
That's the way I put all that, that's what I do with all my usernames and passwords. I just have them come up on the banner so that I remember what they are.
it's super secure.
I just thought of a pocket.
They're very long, so.
I love that I'm doing my review of client's environment and hit a web server and it just pops right up. Hey, here's the default credentials. It's like, save me a Google. Thanks,
Exactly.
guys.
All right.
All right, what do we have up here? Did you go back into Burpsuite?
Yeah, so this is the Chromium browser. So I'm navigating, oops, 1 second. I don't remember if I turned intercept off.
Now, is that the one that Edge is based off of now?
Allegedly, yes. It's hot garbage.
Yeah, double H.
Hmm?
HHTTP.
HH, thank you. Typing is a skill. Apparently I do not possess it. Oh, for God's sakes, why is it? Okay, so is it not allowing me to override it?
Chromium no longer allow HTTP unencrypted
There you
traffic.
go.
You might need to forward a port to your misexploitable VM.
Because
Because
it's gonna go private by default.
Hold up. Oops.
Who's clear?
Clear. There's the issue.
So your host is connected to
Say again?
your host.
Yeah. It's because of what I'm connected to. Hold up.
yeah, that's the default VirtualBox stack configuration.
Yeah.
In order to access, you need to forward ports.
Hold up. You should be able to hit it.
You should need the forward port because you're within the.
Correct.
Good question.
It was .2. Do I have that wrong? 10.02. Thank you. I do have that wrong. All right. So what do you think you want to do here?
I think the easiest thing is going to be to forward a port within the VirtualBox config real quick. You know how to do that?
I'm not tracking on what you're wanting done. You're wanting to modify the network on it?
Yeah, there's a specific spot to forward port.
Yep.
Network, advanced port forwarding. Yeah.
What port are you forwarding to?
80. Full cycle.
Like, the host port?
So hosts do 127.0.0.1 for your local host. And then host port 80. Guess IP might leave that blank, but otherwise just put in its IP address.
The 10.2.2.15.
And then guess port 80. And give that a try. That should fix that.
That doesn't work, I got it.
Actually, now you want me navigating to,
Yeah. Local host, so 127, blah, 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 blah. Look at that.
there we go. Hey.
My arcane knowledge of VirtualBox comes in handy.
Just a little separate sections. He doesn't listen to it.
Right, Okay, so you just turned intercept on.
Yep.
Why did you do that?
Just to show you. And I believe they did leave MSF admin in Metasploitable, correct? In DVWA,
Yep.
I think. So I wanted to show you two things. So one, intercept is on, right? Which means it intercepted it, and it further means you can modify it. Where is login? And now I can forward, I can drop, or I can edit and then send out along.
What is that you just highlighted? It's very small.
The login, so you can see MSF admin. So same
You can see
thing,
the pure text.
Right.
Because you're the proxy, you can
right,
get all that data.
right. And it is not. So what's up?
Password. It's admin
Admin password, thank you. I can't ever remember on DVWA. It's been for friggin' ever.
And it's nowhere on the screen. It's very bad practice.
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
Forward that. Let's check. So I don't know why it didn't work to intercept.
Make sure you save that into your.
Oh yeah, totally. Note. You'll note we intercepted, which is why nothing's happening when we hit log out. You'll notice I have to do it twice. So I must have just fat fingered it that time. Forward. There we go. So
You clicked on forward over there.
on the proxy,
So, okay, so you captured it and then it didn't send it to the site and then forwarded it.
Correct. So again, the way that the Burpsuite intercepting proxy, the special secret sauce, so to speak, is anything that your browser is attempting to send is stopped before it exits your machine because it has control over the local asset. So at that point, it intercepts it. It says, wait up, I'm not sending you until I get a chance to edit you. And then it forwards it on.
Oh, so in the forward option, you're allowed to modify.
Yes.
So
So the interceptor, that's the entire point of running the proxy, is that anything outbound or inbound is intercepted before it's rendered to the browser. So I can make any modification I want to there. So the intention is that when remote system receives data from your browser, right, it's never been tampered with. It hasn't been touched, right? Also worth pointing out, how are we sending this? HTTP or HTTPS?
Right.
HTTP, exactly right. HTTPS presents another problem. Now I've got to break the encryption in order to actually intercept, right? Because good Lord willing, you're running TLS 1.2 or 1.3 if you're at least somewhat security conscious, I hope. So you have to break that. And if you got PFS, you're doing all this stuff right. That's no small undertaking at that point. So this works, but it's really important to note this only works provided that you can intercept that in the first place. Okay?
I've seen Burpsuite used, I know somebody locally uses it when he's like fussing with like IoT devices.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good to determine exactly what the device is doing.
Yeah. So it's really good. So Burpsuite is, the entire use case for Burpsuite is anything that's running a web browser or a web service of some kind. Now, anybody heard of Postman? Okay. If I'm testing your API, I'm not using Burpsuite bluntly because I don't hate myself that much. Okay. So instead, I'm switching over and I'm using that API access and doing all the modification there. If you're talking, especially if I'm talking web headers, I'm not using Burpsuite. I'm using Postman. Okay. Just because again, it's better constructed to work that way out of Postman than out of Burpsuite. So. Okay. And good call on Metasploitable too. I completely forgot that DVWA was packed in. Anybody, quick show of hands, anybody heard of BWAP? BusyBox, BWAP, any of these sounding familiar? Okay. Google search for it. It's a BWAP, BWAP BusyBox, both of them in the same sentence. The reason we say to use that is because it's a great target. It's got all of them. It's got damn vulnerable web application. It's got the, what's McAfee's Trendstone? I can't remember that one. I think it's called Trendstone, or used to be called Trendstone. It's another vulnerable application. And then it's got like 3 or 4 other ones. It's got a web shop that's also vulnerable. I think there was like 2 more, and I can't for the life of me remember them. But inside of it, it's got a really target-rich environment. Metasploitable 1, 2, and 3, all of them, they're more geared at Metasploit framework being their device being utilized to beat the crap out of them. Okay, so, but that's it that I had planned. I know we went a little bit over, so apologies there. Good. Hopefully you learned something, and if you didn't, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Jason.
No problem, guys.
You find that Burpsuite is like a gateway drug for people?
It absolutely is. I definitely do see that you're going to end up going down the rabbit hole. And like I said, the price is right. Like you can't shake a stick at a cert under $250. And if you want to go after getting it, it's $100. They've got the freaking exam criteria right there published on the page. It's a great gateway. If anybody heard of OSCP?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody goes after that one. If you're a pen tester, that's actually on my to-do list this summer. And anybody that goes after that, you're going to want to do pen testing against web applications anyway, because it's the low-hanging fruit. It's the easy stuff, easier stuff, I should say, to be clear, versus having to build potentially code to go after the protocol itself. Now, if you've got multiple languages under your belt, you potentially want to go directly after the protocols. If you are good with Python or PowerShell, again, there's a reason that PowerShell Empire was so darn popular. There's a reason that Python is the up-and-coming new hotness when it comes to coding, because again, I can use it for everything. It's a freaking Swiss Army knife, and it runs everywhere that's capable of running the interpreter. So when it comes to malicious code, right, still just code under the covers. So again, it depends on what you're after and what your goals are. But for me, at least, OSCP, I'm going to go through and try to knock out Burpsuite before I tackle OSCP, just for a couple of months in the middle of the summer. So.
Does anybody else in here have like certifications that they're planning on going after this year?
CISSP. So
You want to study up? I've got mine scheduled for April.
I'm doing the FR Secure guided, not really a boot camp, it's just a couple of weeks of 2 nights a week, get talked to, get slide back to read through it.
Did that one a couple of years ago. Actually just passed my CSP last month.
Nice, good work.
I actually got my certificate yesterday.
Sweet.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, partners at the new company said, you're doing it this year.
So do you have a date that you're planning on, like, really going after testing?
Probably September, November timeframe.
Okay.
I've looked at the calendar to see when I'm less busy at work. Right, but we'll see. The first goal is, let's just go through the guided part here. It's free, and why not? And then, you know, once I'm done with that, see how I feel. If I'm feeling pretty confident, I'll go for it. If I'm not feeling as confident, I'll do more study.
The thing you may run into is they're redoing the exam in what, a month or 2,
Yeah.
changing.
Of course,
So
it is.
a lot of the advice that's out there is going to perhaps be quite correct. And I think I read that the certified body knowledge is also not from the 100% applicable.
Exactly.
That book specifically.
I just literally bought the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what though, like, when I did the CISP, a lot of my stuff was just
do I check the box or not? Did I spend enough money on it? Did I level out across all these different things? And it was a fantastic job. Yeah, this is why, this is the actual,